talking Winter Classic Invitational Student Cluster Competition, and we're talking to one of the coaches, and this is the coach for Claflin University, Dr. Deidre Morrison, and it's really hard to get her out of her shell. So we're hoping that we can get her to talk today. How you doing, Deidre?
Oh, Dan. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So let's kick this competition thing around. What is it that got you involved in it?
So I have a relationship with the Department of Energy affiliated Lawrence Livermore National Laboratories, and their representatives introduced us to this opportunity, Mr. Tony Bayless.
Yes. Tony Bayless, very important guy in this industry. I love him.
Right. And so I mostly do cybersecurity research with them and collaborate with their global security directorate. And he introduced this opportunity. We do have some students that have been interested in more kind of hardware-based computing, high-performance computing. And so this was a really good opportunity for some students to engage in a really nice learning experience, give them a little motivation because it has a competition component to it, and then really allow for them to be able to start to understand more about that area. One of the things that I'm always a champion of, especially within our department with our students, is giving them a sense of the breadth of computer science and computing as a discipline. And so this is like a really good opportunity when it was presented. So we're really glad. We're excited. The students are still into it. And so that's always good.
Well, that's the thing. And I think this is really going to help them get those jobs and internships that they want. I think this is a good resume booster.
Definitely. I agree. Because, we as a smaller, HBCU, we just don't have as many opportunities to be able to create some of those extramural activities or even attach some of those kinds of real world experiences to some of our curriculum offerings. So these are the kinds of things that really are game changers in these spaces where we are looking to try and expand the way that we introduce students to computing. So I definitely agree. It
didn't seem to take you too long to put a team together.
We do typically have, I'm kind of considered at when we are actually in person on campus. I'm not on campus right now, but when I am on campus, I'm kind of the internship lady. I'm the internship professor. I usually, when I go to conferences or when I go to different events, or when I just keep my ear to the ground within the network and I find out about opportunities, my actual office door is covered in opportunities. So students can generally walk by my office and see what internship opportunities are available, what competition opportunities are available. So when people send me things, I throw it up there, right? So the students generally are asking, do you know about this internship opportunity? Do you know about any hackathons? Do you know about any of these kind of things? And so I try and, keep my reputation. And
I think this is going to help your reputation.
Yeah, right. So I try and, maintain that and be aware of what's available, and then also what students are looking for certain kinds of opportunities, right? So as you talk to the students, and we talk in a lot of different courses about their interests. You learn to find kind of who's into what, who likes to actually do these kinds of competitions. Some of those students are really self-motivated. They do those things. They find those opportunities on their own. So It didn't take as long as I thought. I wasn't sure because I think when I found out about it, it was right around Christmas break or right before Christmas break because we had broken a little earlier. So I was concerned about that because the students were kind of on their way out to celebrate holidays. But so we got some team members. I am really excited. They're really excited. So I'm glad.
That's great. You've got a couple of good sponsors too. You've got HPE and Intel backing you, and that's not bad.
Not bad at all. No, those people have been really great. So our HP coach, Abby, he's been really helpful in terms of providing materials and really setting me up to be successful as I meet with the students and get them prepared. This isn't an area that any of us are really expert in or we're actually even super knowledgeable about. So it's been really nice to work with those folks, HP as well as Intel, and get to know about these different kinds of hardware components. And it's just a different area of computing. So they've been really great. They're awesome. So shout out to HP, shout out to Intel. We're
HPE. You got to remember it's HPE.
I'm sorry,
now.
HPE. I'm sorry.
That's
HPE.
Right. That E is critical because that's the server folks, the high-end folks.
Enterprise folks. Yes,
that's right.
The enterprise.
And I'm really happy to hear that your students are fired up. I interviewed them, and what a great bunch of kids.
Yeah. So specifically, our team captain Trey. He has just made his way into this area he actually did an internship during the summer at Lawrence Livermore a couple years back. And so he has continued that relationship with his mentor from the summer. He is doing some work that has some high performance computing applications on the hardware kind of programming side. So he is really excited. And so when I told him, he was the first person on board, right? And so he's been doing a really good job of, keeping everybody excited, marshaling the troops, encouraging everybody to not be intimidated by, this being a new challenge or this being a new area. So it's been really, they're really great kids. They're really great kids.
They really are. They really are. So any questions you have about the competition or anything we can cover right now while I still have you?
So again, we're kind of new to the area, right?
Yeah.
I know that we talked about that the competition is going to kind of be over the course of a week.
Yes.
And it's not going to be something that's kind of active where all the students have to kind of be in the room. Or
no, they don't have to. No.
So is there going to be some engagement maybe across the different industry partners that our students will have? So, I mean, they're getting the chance to engage with HPE and with Intel. Would they maybe get a chance to engage with some of the other organizations that are also involved?
This is sort of like a Formula One race that you've got sponsors of cars and mentors for teams. Now, where they're going to get that cross relationship is through the resume board, which I'm really glad we got a chance to talk about. And we've got, I think we have all of your students are pretty close to it, up there with names and pictures and resumes and CVs. And that's something that not just these sponsors and mentors are going to be able to see, but everybody in the industry.
That's great. Yeah.
Which should give them some great opportunities, because the thing that the recruiters are going to realize is that they're doing this on their own time. And they're interested enough in this to devote months to it of their own time to learn on their own. And what that tells you is it's a motivated potential employee.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want. I mean, you can do anything when you have an employee that's motivated and wants to learn.
Definitely. And I said something similar. We have a speaker series where we bring in industry and academic folks to talk to our students about opportunities. And then again, right, exposing them to different areas of computing. And that was one thing that I mentioned when we just had our last speaker on Monday, as a matter of fact. And I talked about the importance of when you're evaluating kind of opportunities that you want to be able to be excited about what you're doing, right? And so employers are going to want to encourage you to bring yourself and your enthusiasm to the space, right? And hopefully they're going to encourage your enthusiasm and actually support it, right? As well as your authentic self. So
yes.
So yeah, definitely. I think I'm glad to know that that's going to be an outlet for the students to be able to start to engage and broadcast kind of their skills and their experiences out to these organizations.
Make some contacts and move on to the next stage of their career, their life.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. So is this fun enough that you might want to do it again next year?
So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm the go-to kind of faculty member for some of these things. So this is not the only student team that I'm actually supervising for other things right now.
Yeah, but this is the best competition, isn't it? This is a good one. This is a really, really good one.
I'll give you that one. So yeah, it's been good. I definitely, hey, listen, I've been in some pretty fun CTFs, right? So some cyber competitions. That's pretty fun. I mean, I don't know if there's a way that you all can marry those two things together, but
young children
that would
and
probably
old
be
ladies do that. That's
Dan, you are so sensational.
Playthings, just toys. We're talking about working on supercomputers. Come on.
Supercomputers.
Yeah.
True.
That word super means something in that phrase. Yeah. So I will defend this competition to the death.
As you should. I think you guys have done a really good job of putting something together that really is meeting a need for a lot of HBCUs specifically and other minority serving institutions to be able to bring some of these different kinds of experiences, right? So
we want to get them in there.
It's rare that you get a chance. Yeah, it's rare you get a chance when you're not working at or you're not attending a really large Research One institution to be able to get hands-on experience in supercomputing, high-performance computing kinds of work, right? So this is really great. And I think you guys have done a really great job.
Thank you.
Really created something special. And so definitely, I definitely am, I'm going to support. Where I coach again, I don't know. But you always can call me and I'm definitely here to support.
Well, spread the word. Tell your friends at other universities and maybe we'll get you back in next year. That would be fun. And
awesome.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem. It was good.
Even though we were
good to see you.
Bandwidth constricted, it's all good.
Yeah. No, everything cooperated today, so I'm glad to know that.
Well, except on my side, I couldn't get the camera up for a little bit, but that's okay. We will deal with this stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
No problem.
No problem. Thank you again, Deidre. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.